As for funerals, that's a tough one, and there are plenty of innovations when it comes to funerals, subhanallah. Probably the most, and I recommend that the people read Kitab al-Janaiz for Sheikh al-Albani rahimahullah, where he highlights a lot of sunan that are abandoned, and a lot of innovations that the people have introduced when it comes to funerals and people gathering at the house of the deceased and getting served coffee and tea and eating and drinking and having, you know, staying there for I don't know how long. This used to be considered among the means of wailing at the time of the Sahaba. They hated that, they rejected that, and that shouldn't happen. You know, if you see the family of the deceased, you come across them, you give them the dua, which the people often don't know. They say, البقية بحياتك, may the rest of his life be in yours, ومش عارف إيش. And the actual thing is لله ما أخذ وله ما أعطى وكل شيء عنده بقدر فاصبر واحتسب. We have a dua from the Prophet ﷺ regarding those moments. And we have more than one dua that the people don't adhere to, but they've come up with their own statements, innovative statements to replace the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And we know that there's no dua better than the dua of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in this context. And then of course, you know, people going over to the family deceased, you should just, if you run into them, you make that dua and you keep moving. You keep moving. And if it's been more than 3 days, you don't bring it up, because they're trying to overcome and forget about the death. And if you see them a month later, oh, by the way, I'm sorry to hear that your father has passed away. It's like, ya akhi, I'm trying to forget, Allah yarda alayk, now you're bringing it back to me. And it could be that the person forgot, or that they're making an effort to forget. It could be they haven't forgotten. Either way, we have details from the sunnah as to how you go about these things. And I think it's probably the most ignored and the area where Muslims lack the most knowledge when it comes to the etiquettes of dealing with the deceased. And if you learn from the sunnah, you will be surprised how off we are, regardless of the culture.